Eric Rudolph, the Olympic bomber, was arrested the other day. And you know what the thing is? Nobody cares. That's our society. Even terrorists get played out after a few years. You know what I mean? Because he seems a little like, yeah, like 5 years ago, it'd be more interesting. But after 9/11, he lost his heat. He's still big, but he should have gotten it over with, you know? Kind of like, he's like a blind melon, okay? You know, you're kind of interested in what's going on with them, what they've been up to, but nobody really listens to that kind of music anymore. And it's like, Richard Jewell is kind of like the girl in the bee outfit, and maybe Scott Peterson is the Strokes, you know? People are like, oh, Scott Peterson. But at least Rudolph made it to the top 10 most wanted. You got to give him that. If you're going to be an evil criminal, your parents are going to be ashamed of you. But if you make the top 10 FBI most wanted, it's a little something, you know? Instead of my son's a killer. Okay, I'm not saying my career hasn't had plenty of insults and slaps in the face, but did they just play the music on me on my own show at the end of my monologue?
Wrap it up.
Is this what it comes to? Like some doddering, like Peter O'Toole at the Academy Awards?
Get it out,
Cut me off on my own show just now with the music?
It's over.
It never stops. It never stops.
Okay.
When you're a comedian, it never stops the abuse, does it, Will?
Get to the point.
Fine, Pat. Oh, that really made me mad. So they finally caught Eric Rudolph. How did he elude authorities for this long? Pete.
Caves.
What?
Caves. That seems to be the way to go. I mean, he was on the top 10 for 5 years, hiding out in the cave. What is it with caves that we can't find them? It seems to me if you want to bomb something in New York City, all you got to do is pack a sleeping bag and go hide in the Lincoln Tunnel for 2 or 3 weeks.
They just signed him. They just signed him for the center square of Hollywood Squares. Because all a-holes go into center square. Let me tell you another thing. And let me tell you something. The guy should have won the prize for the survivor. He's a true survivor, not these a-holes. That guy's a survivor. You don't have to go in no tunnel. Just walk up and down the United States. Nobody bothers you.
That guy was not in a cave. Look at him. He's all groomed. He's got a little mustache.
Why did they got bulletproof on him? Who cares? Who's going to shoot the guy? Forget about it. They're not going to shoot this guy. They got bulletproof. They got chains here. I need protection, not this idiot. Shoot the bastard. Gung-ho. That's where Bin Laden is in Save-A-Lot.
He was hanging out in Christian, crazy nut job homes and hanging around from house to house and house. Look at him. He's all
They're going to find out that about 25 people helped him.
Of
Guaranteed.
course. You ever go camping? I stayed one night at the Delaware River. I came out smelling like bacon. I had squirrel bites on me and poison ivy. One night. This guy 5 years? No way.
I'm really upset about this cop.
Why?
Harassing homeless, because that's really what he was doing, harassing this poor guy, trying to get some food, and so he ended up being a top 10 dude.
Yeah.
But really, what the dude was doing was harassing a poor homeless guy. It's sad. It's really sad what he was doing.
No, it's sad because you're being nice, because it's like the 3 Italians and the 1 black guy in the show. This is like how...
First of all,
Shut up for a second.
Yes, I
Tom's
am.
Italian.
I'm sorry.
He's like the What, you didn't know he's Italian either? His last name's Papa.
Who cares? Let's get back to the bomber.
I got important...
What is this crap here? All right, go to the next question. Come on, I gotta take a pill.
Okay. All right. Okay. The next question is, the FBI is being criticized for profiling criminals in 2 recent cases. The Louisiana killer, Derek Todd Lee, and John Muhammad, the sniper. Both men were black. In both cases, authorities relied for months on the FBI profile that they're white.
Look, can I say something?
Wait a minute, let him finish the sentence.
I want to say something, man.
We had enough of you.
Look, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
Look, man. In the last year, black people have been arrested for embezzlement, plagiarism, sniping.
Because they're good at it.
And wait a minute. They're good at it. All crimes that were supposed to be, and now mass murder. And I just want to say that all black people ever wanted was an opportunity to show what we could do. If given the chance.
Absolutely.
If given the chance.
Let me explain something to you nice ladies and gentlemen. The best gangsters in the world were Italians. We were the best. Don't let anybody say the black guys are better murderer, but we were the best because we had flair. Black people don't have flair. They can't spell the word.
I think, no.
Let's go back to the bomber.
All right, Pat.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about the bomber some more. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
this bomb, a lot of people down there are supporting him.
Right.
Speaking of white and black, a lot of the white, rural whites, they feel disenfranchised in some way. They say like poor blacks, and they support a guy like him.
First of all, disenfranchised, half of the people that watch the show don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah. Let's talk about this. Who cares? Whoever supported him, let's go on to do other things like cartoons.
That's a good point.
What the hell do we care? Let's go on. So far, you went to 2 subjects. We're in about, we're like this now.
You wanted to go back to the bomber.
You went back to the bomber, Tom.
Hey,
Pasta Vajul.
We all make mistakes.
Pasta Vajul.
Pasta Vajul.
But who supports him? These people, a couple with
I
like
think so.
inbred crackers down south. These are the same people that are into Christian rock and fishing shows.
Yeah. Hey, who's to say you can't beat him joining him?
Really? Every nut job has a couple wingnuts to follow.
What are you going to do?
What's the matter?
You can't beat him joining him. What are you going to do?
Who are you talking about?
Talking about the white guys with because ain't no black people only going to anything we get our hands over, we're going to take over. So
well, I don't like the fact that you're acting like this is the first black serial killer.
It is the first
no,
black
it ain't.
What about old man or something from 50 years ago? Black people don't kill.
How about 2 years ago, upstate New York, that guy from Westchester, the women buried under his house?
They were there. The white dude, he bought it from a white dude. He bought that house from a white dude.
They were already there. Pat, you hear about this guy Eric Rudolph they caught in North Carolina?
I'm still working on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Who cares? Let's go on to something else like,
All right.
Here's a good question. Where can you go to still buy suspenders?
The same place where you bought this shirt.
Yeah. You bought those in the general store where they caught Eric Rudolph, probably. Now listen. Some relationship we have here. You go watch commercials, I stay here and try to fix this madness. We'll be right back. Okay. Now, in the land of insane lawsuits, Louisiana cockfighters are suing the federal government for banning the shipping of fighting birds. Say it discriminates against Cajuns and Latinos because it's integral to their culture, okay? But is that enough to sell out like a welterweight bout at a Kenny Rogers Rolling Roast? Let me ask you something. Put it this way, if you're an American in the 21st century, and you got a chicken downstairs doing push-ups for his upcoming bout, if you think the greatest threat to prize fighting is Frank Perdue, all right? If you can't look at a chicken wing without wondering what his left hook is like, you might be a cockfighter. No? All right. Guys, let me ask you something. Cockfighting. You think you should be outlawed everywhere, Pat?
You want to talk about cocks? Ask the black guy. All I want to... Why don't you just let Louis Anderson do what he does best?
Cockfight?
Whatever a man wants to do with his cock in a room full of Mexicans is his own business.
Damn right.
Well put. Well put. And right, has anyone been to a cockfight here?
Yes, I was in Puerto Rico. They're not nice.
No?
My father had 2 roosters many years ago. He was waiting for eggs.
Well,
That's the truth. That's the truth. But see, once you see them fight, you go back to eating veal. Because it's terrible. It's ugly. It's really. It doesn't
Why
make
is
any
that?
sense.
Why is
They
that?
put prongs on their legs and they give them these numbers here.
But you're killing them anyway. They're going to die anyway.
They're not going to die. Yeah, you're going to fry them. They're not going to die anyway. When do you turn around and become the head of the cocks? When do you become?
I've known a cock or two in my time, and they all die.
I heard about it.
Ever since he got his NBC deal.
The only way they can save their rooster is if you cape on him. Take off his gagooches and that'll be the end of that.
But it's true.
Pasta Vajul!
Yeah, Pasta Vajul.
we kill them anyway, so what's the difference?
You don't kill them anyway. A rooster they try to keep to mating with the hens so we have other chickens. Otherwise, Purdue's out of business.
I didn't know South Brooklyn was farmland.
I tell you what. We had ducks on a goddamn fire escape for crying out loud. You saw Aflac?
How big is your old cock?
Mine? I'll tell you. At low tide, I'm still in the water.
All right. Wait. All right, let's talk about casinos, yes? Is that okay? Casinos have become an Indian reservation staple. Tribes now have, like, lobbyists. You know, they've got big lines of credit. There's rumors of organized crime involvement. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know there is organized crime involvement. That's true in the world of Indian casinos.
I work casinos, ladies and gentlemen. I swear to you, I have never seen an Indian in Foxwood. Desert the Pequot Indians. I can't even see a kumquat, let alone a Pequot.
And that's what I've been trying to say the whole time. Exactly that. You don't understand, man.
I do understand. What do you think? I don't know who runs the casino. You think it's about Indians?
You don't think it's
There's
Indians?
only 20 Indians left in this whole country.
Where do you buy a members-only jacket?
Which I didn't buy.
I was thinking.
Where are they still around?
He's got a point. They sell them in OTB. Look. Now this is an interesting subject. Pat, you don't like this one. It's relevant.
Finally.
The web has become a forum for all sorts of views, opinions. You know, they have the whole blogs and all these people giving their opinions. So last month, a judge made it a thing saying he forbidden a man from putting negative comments about somebody else on the web. That's interesting. Should there be freedom of speech on the web or no?
This thing's getting boring, I swear to
No,
God.
there shouldn't be. No, they got to put a limit on it. They got to stop everybody just getting on the websites and chiming off. Have you seen your website, the message board for this show?
Yes.
The things they say about you are horrible.
Yeah.
And that really should be stopped.
That's before tonight's show.
But that doesn't make it wrong.
It doesn't make it what?
wrong.
No, it doesn't make it wrong. I mean, you know, don't have a show on TV if you don't want to hear what people have to say in a computer about it. You know what I mean?
Are you attacking Colin Quinn?
Not personally, but I mean, I'm just
He's
saying.
defending all those awful...
Why isn't Pat talking? Pat, do you know there's a computer?
I don't like this here web. Who cares?
There's a thing out there called the web. You know what that is? It's not made by a spider.
It's a web. You sure? I'm still working on the spiders.
Tell him.
They get on and you talk to each other. And you don't have to see each other.
www.com. I forgot the dial phone. Give me a break.
Now, I'm not sure if you can type with your
I
carpal
don't
tunnel
have
and
to
everything.
type. I'm past already. It's over for me.
He's got the activity to type.
What's this computer nonsense?
You're acting like you know all about computers now that you have your
totally-
IBM shirt
Oh,
on.
it stinks.
Well,
Terrible.
that's a nice shirt.
I know, but
It's a good
Patrice,
look.
is Patrice ever in a polo IBM shirt?
No, but it's kind of like, that's a good look for you. It'll be like the black guy in the White Office look. I like
They're trying to
that
white
shirt.
me up.
Trying to white you
I
up
came
a
here
little
with
on
my
the show.
Sean John and they just try to...
You know what I mean? Well, that's less threatening. When you see
They
somebody
try
like
to
that,
Jim
you're like,
Norton
you don't
me
go
up.
like
He
that.
must be friendly. He's coming to fix the car.
Why is Bilbo Baggins continue to insult me here? Somebody tell John C. Reilly to shed his face. Yeah, right.
All right. As Genghis Khan said to the Mongol hordes, we'll be right back.